He was a martial artist, actor, teacher, and philosopher. He is widely considered to be one of the most influential martial artists of all time. He is often credited with helping change the way Asians were presented in American films. He's Bruce Lee, and here are his top 10 rules for success.
You see, actually, I do not teach, karate because I do not believe in styles anymore. I mean, I do not believe that there is such thing as like Chinese way of fighting or the Japanese way of fighting or whatever way of fighting, because unless human beings have 3 arms and 4 legs, we will have a different form of fighting. But basically, we have only 2 hands and 2 feet. So styles tends to not only separate men, because they have their own doctrines, and then the doctrine became the gospel truth, that you cannot change, But if you do not have styles, if you just say, well, here I am, as a human being, how can I express myself totally and completely? Now, that way, you won't create a style, because style is a crystallization, I mean, that way, it's a process of continuing growth. When I look around, I always learn something, and that is to be always yourself, and to express yourself, to have faith in yourself. Do not go out and look for a successful personality and duplicate him. Now, that seems to me that is the prevalent thing happening in Hong Kong. Like they always copy mannerisms, but they never start from the very root of his being, and that is, how can I be me?
A good martial artist does not become tense, but ready. Not thinking, yet not dreaming. Ready for whatever may come. When the opponent expands, I contract. When he contracts, I expand. And when there is an opportunity, I do not hit. It hits all by itself.
Oftentimes people come up and say, hey Bruce, are you really that good? I said, well, if I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know I'm lying. I said, empty your mind. Be formless, shapeless, like water. Now you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend.
In case you have missed the recent news, Jeet Kune Do, of which I am the founder, has been elected and accepted into the Black Belt Hall of Fame in America. This marks the first time a recently developed form of martial art is nationally accepted. No, Jeet Kune Do is not thousands or even hundreds of years old. It started in around 1965 by a dedicated and intensified man called Bruce Lee. And my martial art is something that no serious martial artist can ignore. I have no fear of opponent in front of me. That I am very self-sufficient. That they do not bother me. And that should I fight, should I do anything, I have made up my mind, and that's it, baby. You better kill me before.
What was that? An exhibition? We need emotional content. Try again. That's it. How did it feel to you? Let me think. Don't think. Feel. It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory.
Well, you know, everyone talks to me about Bruce Lee because Bruce Lee and I were very good friends, and we trained together for like 3 years before he left for Hong Kong to pursue his movie career. And I didn't hear anything from Bruce for like 2 years. Then out of the blue, Bruce calls me. He says, I've done 2 movies in Hong Kong and they're really successful. I want to do a movie now with a fight scene that everyone will remember. And I want to do the fight scene in the Colosseum in Rome, and I want you to be my opponent. At that time, I held the world title. And kiddingly, I say to Bruce, I said, well, who wins, Bruce? And he said, I win, I'm the star of this movie. And I said, oh, I see, you want to beat the world champion. He said, no, I don't. I want to kill the world champion.
Thank you guys for watching. I made this video because the B-Thong asked me to. So if there's a famous entrepreneur you want me to profile next, leave it in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. I'd also love to know which of Bruce Lee's tips you find most relevant, most helpful, most practical. Leave a comment below and I'm curious to see how the discussion goes. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to believe and I'll see you soon.